What's up, guys? This is CS95. Hey, today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be checking out a new theory by TCN, and this theory is from what I saw in a little spoiler. It had couplings involved, and then I will announce something about more of my theories coming soon. More specifically, I got 3 more theories that I'm cooking in my brain right now. But let's check this out. If you enjoy yourself, like, comment, subscribe, and hey, click the bell to get notified. Because tomorrow, the next episode of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door will go live. And we're going to be going off the track for a bit. We're going to before we go to the next chapter, we're going to do some more troubles and also play some games. So let's get started. All right, TCN, what you got for me this time?
Is a corrupted Rosalina the galaxy's greatest threat? Welcome to 2026. We are now less than 3 months away from the Super Mario.
Hang on.
Welcome to 2026. We are now less than 3 months away from the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So I figured we'd start the year with another theory. And if you're absolutely sick of these theories, too bad. Let's take a look at the supposed plot leak. If you've been watching the channel, you know I've covered most of the ideas mentioned here. Wario being an old coworker trying to steal Mario's glory, a black market for power stars, and how Bowser Jr. could potentially take over the universe. But there are 2 major elements we haven't talked about yet. Those being the 7 elite Koopa hunters, better known as the Koopalings, and the idea of Lumas being consumed by darkness. I intentionally avoided theorizing about the Koopalings because I wasn't sure how they could fit into the story, and adding 7 more major characters is a lot, especially if this movie has a shorter runtime. Honestly, I still don't think the Koopalings will appear in this movie. However, the way this theory works is that the movie functions whether they're included or not. Their presence wouldn't drastically alter the core story. Instead, they'd exist as an extension of Bowser Jr.'s actions. So if they're not in the movie, nothing changes. But if they are in the movie, this is how it could work. Before we continue, if you haven't seen my previous Mario Galaxy theory videos, I highly recommend checking those out first. This theory builds directly on the...
And just so you know, I did a top 5 theories as well. Some of them included what TCN's theories were. Just to throw that out there.
Ideas introduced there. Let's start with the Koopalings. For this part, I'm actually going to hand things over to K-Dog since the idea originally came from him.
So here was my thinking. In the Fury Bowser theory, TCN suggested that Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush was the result of an experiment that went out of control, combining the Wonder Flower with paint-based Jr.'s paintbrush was the result of an experiment that went out of control, combining the Wonder Flower with paint-based abilities from Super Mario Sunshine. The result is something unstable, unpredictable, and chaotic.
EGAD accidentally created something far more powerful. The Wonder Flower is already reality warping, unpredictable, and chaotic, and the paint from Super Mario Sunshine is mysterious and incredibly potent on its own. When EGAD tried merging those 2 forces together, the mixture became unstable and dangerously transformative. Because of this fusion, the brush doesn't just alter appearances anymore. It brings out the strongest possible form of whoever uses it, and it reacts directly to their emotions.
You call? No? Okay, let's go back to it. Go back a few.
Together, the mixture became unstable and dangerously transformative. Because of this fusion, the brush doesn't just alter appearances anymore. It brings out the strongest possible form of whoever uses it, and it reacts directly to their emotions.
So if Bowser Jr.
Hang on one sec, guys. I gotta do something.
Because of this fusion, the brush doesn't just alter appearances anymore. It brings out the strongest possible form of whoever uses it, and it reacts directly to their emotions.
So if Bowser Jr. can use the brush on himself, what's stopping him from using it on the Koopa army? Jr.'s probably going to hold a grudge against the Koopas for failing Bowser. In his eyes, they weren't strong enough. So he starts using the brush to improve them, turning them into more chaotic, cosmic versions of themselves. For example, maybe he uses it on King Caliente. We fight 2 versions of him in Super Mario Galaxy, so why not 2 versions of him in the movie?
But what if that still isn't enough for Bowser Jr.? What if he believes the only one truly fit to fight for the Koopa Empire is himself? So, using the brush and with the help of Kamek, Bowser Jr. attempts to clone himself 7 times. But the brush can't properly create exact copies. Instead of 7 identical clones, he ends up with 7 different ones, each embodying a specific trait of Bowser Jr. Ludwig for intelligence and ego, Iggy for reckless creativity, Lemmy for immaturity and chaos, Wendy for entitledness, Roy for aggression, Morton for stubbornness, and Larry for impulsiveness. And with Kamek's magic involved, the cloning process turns into one of creation, not duplication. They aren't just experiments, they're individuals. And that's how the Koopalings come into existence.
But why stop at minions? Bowser Jr. takes things even further by using the brush on something far more important, Power Stars. During Tatanga's invasion of Star World, Bowser Jr. isn't really involved in the fighting, but that doesn't mean he's doing nothing. If anything, he's using the chaos to his advantage. While Rosalina is focused on stopping Tatanga and protecting Star World, Bowser Jr. starts stealing Power Stars and Grand Stars from across the galaxy. Systems are weakened, places are left unguarded, and Jr. takes full advantage of that. Some of the Power Stars scatter across the universe, and the ones Bowser Jr. ends up with are the ones he starts experimenting on.
He uses the brush to paint the stars. Painting a power star corrupts it, turning it into a Zatar. Extremely unstable, incredibly dangerous, but also unbelievably powerful. We already know that power stars can reshape reality. In Super Mario Galaxy 2, Lubba uses a single power star to rebuild and transform their ship into Starship Mario. So what if Bowser Jr. could do the same with Zatars? He takes a nearly destroyed planet and uses several Zatars to create a galaxy generator, with the end goal of corrupting a comet itself. This is where the story becomes a race against time. As long as the galaxy generator exists, the universe is slowly destabilizing.
Bowser Jr. then gives each of the Koopalings a Grand Star and sends them to different corners of the universe. Just like the games, Mario and his friends travel the galaxy, collecting Power Stars and reclaiming the Grand Stars one by one.
And while the Koopalings are defeated and the Grand Stars are recovered, this wouldn't be the last we see of the Koopalings. Like I said earlier, it won't matter whether the Koopalings are in this movie or not. If they aren't, they'll simply be replaced by the bosses from Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Now, let's talk about the Lumas. After all the chaos, Bowser Jr. kidnapping Peach's castle, Tatanga's invasion of Star World, the creation of the galaxy generator, and the resulting destabilization of the universe, the Lumas become scattered across the galaxy. Some of them eventually come in contact with Zatars, and when they do, they become corrupted by the negative energy. This matters because Lumas are directly tied to the balance of the universe. If they are corrupted, the universe itself starts to suffer. Now we reach the movie's final battle. In a previous theory, I suggest one explanation for how Fury Bowser appears. Some of the cosmic paint either splashes onto Bowser by accident, or Bowser intentionally paints himself. Either way, he transforms into Fury Bowser. I'm actually going to retract that statement. I still fully believe Bowser becomes Fury Bowser, but the way it happens has changed. If Bowser Jr. can corrupt Power Stars, and if he's already trying to corrupt a comet, what's stopping him from corrupting a Grand Star? By painting it, he creates a Grand Zatar. This is the all-or-nothing play, the desperate move.
Okay, I see y'all.
Bowser consuming a Grand Star made him enormous. So, consuming a Grand Zatar would make him enormous and trigger his Fury transformation. Mario, his friends, Kamek, maybe even parts of the Koopa army try to warn them, saying this is too unstable and too dangerous.
But Bowser and Bowser Jr. don't care. All they care about is destroying Mario. Bowser consumes the Grand Zatar and becomes Fury Bowser. Mario and his allies manage to defeat Fury Bowser, using the Power Stars and reclaim Grand Stars. But it's already too late.
The instability caused by the Grand Zatar and the Galaxy Generator triggers a universe-ending explosion. This is where Rosalina steps in. As the protector of the cosmos, she absorbs the calamity herself, saving the universe, but at a terrible cost. The negative Zatar energy corrupts her, transforming her into Cursa. With Rosalina corrupted, there is no one left to truly protect the universe. She isn't just some powerful figure, she's the one who keeps everything in balance. The Lumas rely on her. The star roads stay stable because of her, and entire galaxies exist because she's watching over them. Even so, Rosalina isn't gone. She's still Rosalina, she just isn't in control anymore. The negative Zatar energy has taken over her power, but her mind is still there underneath it.
Cursa isn't a separate being. It's Rosalina's power being twisted and used the wrong way. And that's the issue. The universe has lost its protector, and the one person who could fix everything is now part of the problem.
And the longer she stays like this, the worse things get. This is where the Luma sacrifice comes in. They don't sacrifice themselves to stop the universe from being destroyed. What they do instead is focus on Rosalina. They can tell she's still in there, but she can't fight the corruption on her own. So the Lumas give up their energy to help her regain control and purge the Zatar corruption. With their help, Rosalina is restored. And the Lumas aren't really gone. They're reborn as stars, continuing the cosmic cycle.
Bowser and Bowser Jr. escape on a damaged airship, defeated, but far from finished.
But is the darkness truly gone? Who knows what will happen in the future, or who might be corrupted next? The possibilities are endless.
But what do you think? Will the Koopalings make their debut in this movie? Will the Zatars be the primary power source of the Koopas? Will Rosalina become Cursa?
Or do you have another idea about how all of this could fit into the story? Let us know in the comments. I also wanted to mention that this will probably be my last theory video until we get the second trailer, which I'm assuming will be sometime this month. I think we'll get the second trailer this month, then the final trailer on Mario Day. I also wanted to thank K-Dog for joining me because this theory wouldn't be possible without his idea. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
That's actually interesting. I never played Mario and Rabbids on Sparks of Hope, by the way, so maybe actually try that, and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom. But this is actually a good theory. And you know what? I'm gonna hold off on my top 3 theories because I got some researching to do. But I'm gonna be doing that after the second trailer drops, okay? But thank you, TCN, for making this theory. Thank y'all for watching. I apologize for the interruption, but things happen. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hey, click the bell and notify. And I'll see y'all next time. And remember, 500 subs, Super Mario Sunshine LP. Peace.